I just bought this van.
We made it! Woo!
You guys want to see where I'm having dinner?
Hugged here last night. Had the most weird experience. Oh, dude. There's no way I'm this high up. And it's hot out here.
Good morning. Today is Wednesday. I just bought this van 2 days ago. So thought I would vlog my adventures traveling with this van and just see where we go with it. A little bit nervous, but a little bit excited as well. So I just bought some groceries. Let's put the groceries away. So I got my groceries at Walmart about 10:30 in the morning, and I had to get a whole bunch of things besides groceries. So like hiking gear, backpack, hiking shoes. Need some new hiking shoes because I'm going to be doing some hiking at what is called Olympic National Park. So I heard it's a pretty gorgeous view up in Washington, and there's going to be some great hikes over there. So I gotta make sure I'm prepared. I got an external battery, fast charging for my phone, electronics, things like that. So I gotta assemble all this stuff, get it all prepped and ready to go, functioning properly. I got some cords too. So USB-C cable for that fast charge, and USB to USB-C for my van. Make sure I can get things charging while I'm on the road and traveling around. So I haven't had breakfast yet, so that's what I'm gonna work on right now. Get a little breakfast in, and then get some final preparations for my hike, and just get everything ready, pack things in my backpack. So the van I bought is a 2003 Ford E150. So it is an old van, but I think I got a great deal for it. Found it on Facebook Marketplace. So I live on the East Coast. I had to fly over to the West Coast in Oregon to buy this vehicle. So definitely a high risk purchase, you know. A lot of things on the line, taking that risk. But I had a buddy, his name's Trevor. He's been very gracious and very kind in helping me with getting this vehicle. He drove down several hours just to come pick me up from the airport. And then we got the van. Had to go way back up north to his place for the night. It was like an all-day driving event. Lots of driving. The van needs some love, needs some repairs. I noticed it has a transmission issue, as well as a couple of these sensors need some repair. So CO2 sensor needs to be replaced. I'll need to get it looked at by professionals, but Trevor, he has a friend who's a mechanic, so he was doing some diagnostic sort of stuff on the van, see kind of what's going wrong with it. Trevor also he's self-employed. He has his own auto glass company that he operates. So he saw there was a crack or something on my windshield that warrants the windshield to be replaced. So he did that yesterday with his friend. Got a brand new windshield, which is great. The mileage on this van is low, being 117,000 miles. So that works for me in my favor. So that's good. But like I said, van needs some love. Get some more repairs on it, because it was having definitely some like transmission issues. So going uphill day one of getting the van, which is funny, right? Because when I was test driving the van before I got it, it seemed to be running fine. You know, no complaints, no worries. But then, like, after the purchase of the van, I was driving uphill, and there was some stuttering of just the vehicle going uphill. Sometimes it was hard to change gears with it. It's an automatic, so that was like pretty worrying. And we stopped at a McDonald's, more so for my friend, for him to get stuff. And we pulled out of the parking lot, and my vehicle stalled. The engine just cut off. So, you know, after that, I was a bit upset, in terms of like, okay, was the seller lying to me? Was she not quite truthful on just the reliability of the vehicle? So we'll need to get some repairs done, make it better, make it, what's it called, more reliable. Yeah. Alright, so I am on the road now, and my next stop is my friend Trevor's mom's house, because I had to ship a compostable toilet and some compostable trash sacks to her house. So I'm heading there now so I can pick up all that stuff, and then we'll be on the road again, heading toward Olympic National Park. Yep, this looks like the compostable toilet. Alright, just gotta get it assembled, get it taken care of. But I should really hit the road. Looks like some recycling stuff. Instruction manual. Back on the road. It's about 2 hours to the national park, so here we go. You know, one thing about this van I did notice, it requires a shorter person to drive it, because this thing behind me, it's wood. You can't move the driver's chair back. You gotta have shorter legs, smaller body to drive this unit. So tall people would not be able to do it, I can tell you that. So good thing I am a short guy. So about 20 minutes from my destination, saw this area to the side of the road. Thought I would pull off. Look at these views. Nice little spot here. Look at this. This is so nice. The water is pretty gorgeous too, nice and blue. All right, next destination. Here we go. So just made it to Olympic National Park. Finally have arrived at the destination. So I'm gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I got some food here, some trail food. I'll be packing in my backpack, and then close up the van, lock her up, and then off to the hike. So we got a couple signs. The first sign is this one, and then there's another sign just down the hill. I'm gonna see what down the hill looks like. So the area lower looks to be more of a campground called Staircase Campground, but there is this bridge I'm walking across. Got a little creek. Heard some water rushing. Thought I'd go check it out. Water's pretty clear, like impressively clear. Decided not to take the path to the campground called Staircase, but to take the first option goes more uphill. So that's the path we're on right now. And looking for a good few mile hike. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. Look at the moss on this tree. It's so thick, so heavy. The trees out here are so big. Probably takes 4 or 5 adult men to hug the tree, and they might be able to touch. Why is most of the water so dried up in the creek? Very weird. Pretty high up from the creek down here, or yeah, down there. Ooh, a little wet here. Stay dry. Key to survival. I've entered the part of the hike where the trail has more rocks, more uneven ground. Got some dark, spooky woods coming up. Take a look at this. A little bit. Kind of dark. So, what's interesting is the admission for this hiking excursion. It said $30 for a private vehicle, but nobody was at the entrance to take, the fee. A little water. So it was a little bit weird. Not sure what was going on there, but hey, got in for free. Not complaining. Been hiking for about an hour and 15. Hiking by yourself is usually not advised from my prior history, experience in Boy Scouts. I am going solo. Unfortunately, my friend Trevor couldn't join me, so I'm not too worried about it. Though I do need to keep an eye on the sun. So being an hour, 15 minutes into the hike, gotta think about the sun setting and working my way back. So don't want to be hiking out here in the nighttime. We got a sign here. Let's take a look at what we got. And that says no stock. Not sure what that means. Then we got Black and White Junction, 3.5 miles. Flapjack Lakes, 4 miles. Gladys Divide, 5.5. Skokomish Trail. Doesn't say how long or how far that one is. Probably take the Black and White Junction, the 3.5 miles. Like 2 minutes later, from that sign, got this kind of steep ledge along the path. Pretty cool. So, gotta stay sharp, stay focused, stay hydrated. I already used up this container of water. And then, always gotta make sure you bring enough. So I got this water bottle left. I need some calories. Definitely feeling the loss of energy. Flour bar. We got Cliff Bar. Chocolate chip. So past few minutes, the elevation has been going up pretty steeply. Using a lot more calories now. Yeah, look at this. Here's an opportunity. So I was just looking at my hiking boots, my socks. One of the things I overlooked is I needed to get taller socks so that the rubbing against the ankles wouldn't be as bad. Gotta make a stop to Walmart or something when I get back before my next hiking trip. Get some taller hiking socks. Been hiking for over 2 hours now, and it's just so interesting. I've been hiking for so long that you get this sense of oneness with nature, and that like you're with nature, you're in it, and it's with you. Saw a little bit of wildlife, but nothing crazy yet. You're so focused on hiking, the repetition, step after step. This area is pretty interesting. Looping around, steep little cliffside here. Look at this. Might be hard to see, but edge to cliff is literally right here. So gotta pay attention, especially this part. Very steep, sheer drop. So yeah, just walking in nature one step after the other. And like you're thinking about your life, you're thinking about your memories, you're reflecting on all the moments you've had with your loved ones, your family, friends, all the good times. It's just very surreal. The reflection time to reflect. I think it's needed, especially when you're trying to heal from wounds from your past, your recent past, which personally I'm going through just that, trying to heal from some personal things. So taking a trip like this, where you're isolating yourself in the wild, in the wilderness, and just being vulnerable. Being very vulnerable and accepting it. Have that willingness and drive to fight when needed. fight for survival. Don't know if you hear it, but there is some rushing water to my left. Just kind of waiting for a little something. Nothing like too out of the ordinary as I've been hiking all this time, but just the fact that there was a little bit of wildlife on the hiking path. A little bit muddy here. And walking across little bridges here and there. I don't know if you can tell. The sun's up there. Mountain is maybe right here in terms of the peak and how much daylight I have to work with. So I do have to pick up the pace a little bit. Here we go. Here's a little something. Just came across two humans after like 90 minutes. I've seen nobody. So, pretty chill guys. Gentlemen in their upper 40s, I think. I was telling them, you know, I was kind of running low on water. Then they were generously offering to help top off my water bottle when we get to the top of Black and White. That's the peak we're going on. Glad they were so generous to help with that once we get there, because definitely getting low. Important to stay hydrated. This little section here is interesting. Got this big tree, side of the hiking path. Sheer drop way down there. And then this kind of is, you got this little curvy thing going on, side of the mountain. Bunch of roots hanging down. Water's rushing. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah. That's a big mushroom. It's about 7 o'clock. The sun sets like 7:15. So obviously I'm gonna be traveling back in the dark a little bit, but it'll be okay. I got an external battery. I'll just use my phone for a light and just take it slow on the way down on the return trip. But I did hook up with those two guys I met earlier, Jonah and Damien. They were so kind. Hello? I heard a noise over here. Hello? Just gotta be ready. They helped top off my 2 water bottles. So I'm good on the water situation. Hallelujah. But I think I should be getting pretty close to the top. I'm just looking to the side, seeing the mountain range, little glimpses here and there of the view, but trying to save the grand finale when I get to the peak. Look at this. That's gotta be the top. So freaking close. So let's see if this is gonna be the little peak here. It seems like, oh, we got a little lake, little pond. Oh, I think this is gonna be like a peak. Okay, you guys wanna see? Got the sunset, golden hour. That's actually pretty beautiful, shining on the greenery. Now, there is a higher spot. But I think I'm going to use this as like the climax because I really got to turn back. It's a nice view. It's a nice view. It does feel a little bit underwhelming, to be honest. But it might be just because of my exact location. Maybe I have to be up there or something, you know? But yeah, this lake is cool, huh? A little pond. That's cool. Made it to the top. Let's go! Just departing the peak of Black and White. Took about 4.5 hours to get up here. My estimation is it might take 3.5 to return back to my van. So we'll see. I'll start my timer. I'll have to be using my phone as a flashlight probably part of the way down because it's definitely getting dark out. So, well, made it back safe and sound. It was definitely pitch black out there. Returning back to the van, it lasted about 3.5 hours. So definitely faster on the way down as it goes with hiking usually. So to celebrate a successful hike, I got some ice cream. Got some peanut butter cup. Gonna have a little bit of that, a little bit of my banana, restore those electrolytes, and call it a day. So thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.